Hey everyone. Hope you're doing super well. It's the middle of the week and I'm feeling excited and happy. I asked a question late last night about which animal you think I'm going to talk about. And I love that we have our guessing game. I think there were something like 40 responses on the chat last night, and it was very fun. Thank you all for taking part in the guessing game to see which animal we're going to talk about. And today's animal, only one person, actually my mom, only my mom guessed it right the very first time. So it was super. Okay, wait, so Sunny's gonna guess. He didn't guess at all. Okay, it's an ocean animal. All right, so it's not crow, and Pranam Pepe, it's not seal. Today's animal is, drum roll please, and a round of applause for my mom who got it right the first time, though she guessed later again and she got it wrong, but the first time she guessed, she was right. It is octopus. That's right. Octopus. Okay. So, no matter how learned humans are, there's always some scope left for learning from nature, especially from other living creatures. And one animal that has always fascinated me in the deep sea is the octopus. It's one of the most intelligent creatures on the planet with 8 arms and, this kind of unbelievable way that its body is created. It has to stay on top of its surroundings when it is deep down in the ocean. And explorers have found at least 300 different species living very intelligently at varying depths under the sea. So there were 3 things that I picked out in terms of things that really inspire me about octopuses. So first and foremost, they have 3 hearts. They have 3 hearts and they use their 3 hearts in tandem. I don't know if you knew this about the octopus, but yes, it has 3 hearts. They've evolved very gracefully to explain the importance of survival of the fittest theory. And in a sense, humans have 3 core centers as well: the mind, the body, and the spirit. So in tandem, when our mind, body, and spirit works together, we accomplish a lot more things. Health is much more than not just getting a serious infection. Health truly is meant to be looked at holistically, mind, body, and spirit. So think of tasks as dealing with your 3 hearts, your 3 cores. Logic and analysis isn't just enough. Your mind, will get you far, but it's not just the only thing that you need. And most of the time you also need physical strength, which is through your body. Plus, if you're negative about everything, you'll find yourself just as stuck as other people. So that's the spirit part of it. And the octopus 3 hearts work together to achieve a strong and healthy life for it. And that's, I think, a cool lesson for humans to keep in mind as we go about our lives. And I love what Marcus said, that 3 hearts is a whole lot of love. I love that. That's a great way to think about it, Marcus. So that's point number 1, at least from my perspective, using our 3 core centers in tandem, just like the octopus uses its 3 hearts. All right. Second super lesson: complex problems may have simple solutions. And the octopus is a prime example of not overthinking. So many a times humans think that, okay, a complex problem probably has to be solved with a complex mechanism involving many processes and timelines and strategies. The octopus uses creative thinking, even very simple ideas to survive. For instance, they build protective shields with whatever resources they find under the ocean, inside hollow objects, even kind of objects that are hard to squeeze into when they feel in danger. They are one of the most intelligent, or I would say the most intelligent invertebrates, right? Invertebrates are animals that don't have a spine. Octopuses learn not only how to survive, but how to thrive in almost any environment. And I think that's also a cool idea for us when we're thrown into a new situation. Can we figure out how to thrive and not just survive there? With the octopus, it has a very soft body, a soft meaty body, and therefore it's an attractive target for predators. So it constructs a protective den in the rocks, sometimes with just a little peephole for its eyes to peer out. But if rocky crevices are not available, then an octopus will use whatever is around it. And there's been a study that in Indonesia, octopuses used these coconut shells that were discarded by tourists, and they would pull two halves of a coconut shell to make kind of a spherical suit of armor, which I think is so sweet. It's so funny as well. So the octopus teaches us complex problems? No worries. Keep it simple. Don't just survive, but thrive. So I love that lesson from the octopus. And number 3 of lessons from the octopus: trust in your ability to squeeze through tight spaces and come out okay on the other side. How? Adapt and try all sorts of techniques and ideas. I think that the octopuses are masters of disguise and camouflage. I don't know if you knew this, but an octopus can shrink itself to fit inside even a discarded beer bottle for temporary shelter. Can you just imagine how it's able to be flexible in that situation? When an octopus ventures out from its constructed den, so to speak, it has millions of cells on the surface of its skin, on the tentacles, that are all sensing and responding to the world around, instantly changing shape and color to perfectly match its immediate surroundings. So it does this chameleon-esque type thing. It also has an ink sac from which it can discharge a dense black colored fluid, which creates a smoke screen that I think even navies around the world would wish they could use. And they have venom when they need it, and they also can bite. The octopus is one of the most highly intelligent animals. It adapts so frequently, and it does so by using a myriad of techniques to respond and interact with its environment and fellow sea creatures. And as humans, what can we take from that? We do have to adapt to change in life, in relationships, emotions, seasons, phases, and even in this lockdown, there's so much uncertainty, and we have had to adapt while things are changing. We do have to think outside the box to find new ways to survive and thrive. Plus, we can't keep repeating the same thing and expect different results. That's the definition of insanity, right? So a host of tools are so amazing to use when we're trying to accomplish something. If one thing isn't working at the moment, we should consider trying a different tool in our arsenal, like the octopus does. And we keep at it, we shift modus operandi when we need to, and try again. And again, like the octopus says, or the octopus shows through its example, trust in your ability to squeeze through tight spaces and come out okay on the other side. So those are my 3 top lessons from the octopus. I love them. I think they're so interesting. They're so beautiful. In fact, lately I was working on the second of the Black Voices Amplified show that I do with Women of the World every month for, since last month, and we're going to do it for another 2 or 3 more months. And we found an amazing dancer, and one of his inspirations was the octopus, and you should have seen him just kind of moving around like an octopus. It was such a cool visual. So let's take just a moment to do some chill breathing today, since it's the middle of the week. And let's think to ourselves as we do our deep breathing together. Just taking a moment to be.